Okay, excuse me if you hear a fan noise in the background. It's because we have our Ninja Power Grill cooking some steaks. But I just wanted to show y'all. This is from a company, you can see right here, G2 Research. This is the same company that makes the RIP rounds, the RIP, the last round you shall will ever need. As far as the way the trocars break off in the beginning, it really is superficial wound damage that them trocars are doing. The only thing that's really doing any damage is the rest of the slug that's continuing. So I find that the rip rounds are kind of gimmicky in a way. I mean, they can still be deadly because the core continues on through 12-inch FBI gel or whatever. So, but I shot a few of these here. This is what I don't carry the rip rounds. I have some to play around. It's fun to watch water jugs explode, but when shooting them with it, and stuff. But as far as the actual carry in my carry gun, I would not carry the rip round. This here is the G2 Research, but it's called Civic Duty. And if you kind of look at it, like this right here, say, okay, you kind of look at it, it looks similar, very similar to what the rip rounds, kind of look like. You can see the trocar, well, it look like trocars, okay? But the thing is, it's got like the saw teeth, the hole that looked like it could cut through stuff. But this was designed for, I want to say, police officers, first responders, stuff like that, for them to be able to use. And I have shot a few of these in a water jug test, and man, this is a nasty round. The RIP has nothing on this round here. The Civic Duty is, if you want a serious carry round, this is the way to go. Okay, I'm going to show y'all what I shot in water jugs using this exact round. Okay, this is what I recovered from the water jug. Okay, so let's put this where you can get a perspective. This is what the round from a 9mm, that's how small the head is, okay? The things that look like trocars from the RIP round, they look similar. You got that saw bit looking teeth, looking at it from the front. You got kind of a crown from the side. But instead, these trocars do not break off. They're made like a hollow point should be, to open up and expand. So after shooting through water jugs, I think it went through 3 separate water jugs, and I caught it in the 3rd one. And this is what it looked like after I recovered it from the 3rd water jug, okay? That's the 9mm round size right here. You can tell this thing mushroomed out at least 2.5 times what the actual size of the bullet is. This is a gnarly round. The edges are very sharp. As this is rotating throughout the body, it's cutting. I guarantee you it's cutting. And it's doing a lot of damage. I hadn't had any ballistic gel to test, to see how far it will travel through ballistic gel. I'm thinking it'll probably make it up, to the 12-inch mark. If not, maybe a little past that. Because the way these petals open up is like, it's almost unbelievable how big a 9mm can become. Just look at that expansion. And it's wicked expansion. I didn't turn none of these, tried to bend any by hand or whatever. This is exactly what it looked like when I poured it from the water jugs. A bullet that started this size, same exact size, same exact bullet, started off at this size here after it passed through 3 water jugs. The petals didn't break. They held together. They didn't over-expand, put it that way. Because you still have a pretty good sized base there. These rounds are pretty much like in the first couple millimeters of the round from the first, they got little slits. That's what gives it that little crown cut. But the slits stop. They're scored from after that. And they're scored to where this will, open up like most hollow points. It's not scored like the RIP rounds from G2 Research, where they're scored to break off whenever it hits, water jugs, ballistic gel. Shooting water jugs with the RIP rounds is pretty awesome to see, because it will just disintegrate a water jug. A 1 gallon water jug filled with water shot with the RIP round from G2 Research. It's like it explodes the water jug because of the pressure from the trocars breaking off, and it's devastating to a water jug. But in real world application, shooting, say an assailant with a RIP, a rip round, yeah, it look, the way it works in ballistic gel, it does look cool, don't get me wrong. But if you ever notice the ballistic gel testing, the trocars are breaking off and only going into the ballistic gel maybe 2-3 inches at the top. So 3 inches is in no ways gonna hit any vital organs. It might make it a little more painful, but as far as deadly, no, they're not really deadly unless you hit a vital organ with the plug of that's left after the trocars that broke off. The plug does have enough velocity to travel through and hit, critical organs, which can stop a threat. But these here is just, this is on another level right here. This is kind of like the Talo round, the Telos by G2 Research. There's a couple companies that make certain rounds that do this. They spread out that much. I mean, this is I shot this out of a SIG P320 compact. So not a long barrel. It's only a 3.9 inch barrel. And that's the devastation. It's just huge for a projectile to expand 2.5 times the original diameter. And the petals didn't break off. They didn't overbend much. You got a good bit of base left there. See, the base is still, good little bit of base to where it's got enough weight retention for this to travel deep enough and hit vital organs. And as this is traveling inside the human body, you have spin from the rifles in the pistol barrel, causing this to spin. So as this is making impact, it's spinning. As it's traveling through, the human body is still spinning. And something spinning in that diameter is, 9 times out of 10 gonna cut, arteries or veins, whatever else. It's gonna be hard. If the person doesn't die, it's gonna be hard to sew them wounds back up and stop the bleeding. Something that big and massive came from something this small. It's crazy. It's mind blowing. And this is the company, G2 Research Civic Duty. Okay, let's see, where did it have it at? I thought I had read somewhere. I don't think it was this one. Let's see. The G2 Research, yeah, there you go. The G2 Research offers exceptional knockdown power by delivering an intense energy dump on the intended target while limiting the depth of penetration, thus maximizing takedown ability with quick and decisive blunt force. Okay. Here's a little bit of the speeds and stuff. The lot that I have was manufactured October 27th. Okay. Feet per second, the average 1,230 feet per second average. And this round has a weight of 101 grain average, which is light for caliber. But you also think about like the Telos rounds, the maximum expansion rounds. They're all light bullets for them to be able to travel higher velocities, so they cut back on the bullet weight. Well, these, you still got a good bit of bullet weight, and it's moving at 1,230 feet per second on average. And if you read up on G2 Research, they'll tell you that this is mainly designed towards law enforcement and people that carry every day for personal defense. But don't take my word for it. I tried to reach out to G2 Research to send me a couple other rounds, especially the newer rounds that they have, like the Telos. I never used the Telos. I wanted to try that that Lehigh Defense maximum expansion. And then they have another one, G2 Research, is the Trident, which is like, I want to say, made for the 5.56, made for rifle rounds, which when it hits contact, it peels the petals, back pretty much the same as these, and you get, huge expansion on that maximum expansion out of a rifle. But that's it. Like I said, I emailed to G2 Research, see if they would want to sponsor me a few boxes and stuff, and I hadn't heard nothing back from them. I heard that they were good helping out, the little companies or the little guys that's just starting YouTube, pretty much as myself. But for some reason, they're not trying to help out, new channels, because they wrote me a couple times back, this and that, giving me the runaround, but I never received any ammo and never received any other return emails that, I sent to them requesting if they received it, had a chance to look at my YouTube page. I know I don't have that many followings, but Oh well. I will continue buying this stuff and using this in my everyday carry ammo. So, anyways, y'all take care, guys. Be safe and shoot straight.